Among the best defensive squads in the NBA, this figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Randall out there with Gobert, and it's Conley in at the 1. 4 on the clock, and the Thunder pushing it up now. Nobody near Williams. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here are the Timberwolves. Randall finds Conley. Back to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Boy, what a throwdown by the well-built 6'9" Julius Randall with power.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I was able to talk with Mark Dagmo for a minute, and we talked about the bruising big man, Julius Randall. He told me Julius sets the tone for them with his physicality. So we have to try and match that. We can't let him bully his way into the lane and get to his spots. We have to make him uncomfortable. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. And as outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. The 3 knocks down the 3 ball. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5.
Money in the bank. Gilgeous-Alexander is more than happy to try his luck from that spot.
Shoots the 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
The Thunder have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. That one goes. Count it.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's McDaniels, following the score by Oklahoma City. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Williams for 3. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Edwards. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face. Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Oh, here's Edwards. 2 minutes. And finished off by Edwards.
Show us what you got, young fella. Anthony Edwards. Love to see you operate like that.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Misses his second shot in 4 attempts from the field. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you gotta look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Chalk up 2 there.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle with.
Look, we all know Rudy Gobert is a force on defense, but you can't afford to ever ignore this guy. I mean, he's got the physical gifts to make problems anywhere on the floor.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Timberwolves trail by 5. And here's Edwards from the arc. The Timberwolves again can't hit. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Outside Williams. Hartenstein with a screen on McDaniels. Outside, Dort fires the 3. Randall grabs the board.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
McDaniels passes to Randall. Gobert against Holmgren. Gobert dishes to Edwards. Three-pointer. That shot, no good. And that does it for the first quarter. Oklahoma City out in front, leading by 5. And the second. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
Williams is out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Williams. Then it's Mitchell. And it's Wallace in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's Reed. No good on the 3. And it's Williams with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And that one's good. Caruso.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Williams against Reed. They get it back. Ingles passes to Reed. Tries yet again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. When Naz Reed is out there, Clark spacing the floor is a real asset for him.
For sure, and you know, he really puts a lot of pressure on the defense because he can score from anywhere on the floor. And he's got great size and strength. And he does the little things, too. I mean, you look at his points and rebounds, but this guy gets deflections. He goes after loose balls. He gets you extra possessions on the glass. He steps in and takes charge. I mean, he does all the little and big things.
Mitchell kicks to Wallace. Back to Mitchell. Williams sets a screen for Mitchell. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Miller with a screen on Wallace. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Alexander Walker. For 3, Mitchell. The shot, no good.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Reed against Williams. Now here's Reed. Defense right on him. Alexander Walker on the wing. Defended by Caruso. 2 points. That one goes. The Thunder leading by 7. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Pass to Williams. Stolen by Reed. And here is DiVincenzo. From outside, off the mark. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Williams sets a screen for Caruso. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or 2 against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Master Williams. It's tipped. Stolen by Reed. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And yes, it's good. And now it's just a 4-point Oklahoma City lead.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
The Thunder with another miss. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. From past the arc. Thunder with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Williams sends a screen for Wallace. Rebound by Alexander Walker.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
A three for DiVincenzo. Drains it from beyond the arc. DiVincenzo's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Mitchell. Williams, a screen on DiVincenzo. Outside Williams. Back to Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. From the arc. Miller grabs the miss. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Reed the pass to Miller. Back to Reed. Now here's DiVincenzo. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's stolen by DiVincenzo. Here's Alexander Walker. The shot's good on the assist by Engel. Alexander Walker's got the lead up to 2 now for the Timberwolves. Mitchell outside. The Thunder with another miss.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Timberwolves ahead. They finish off the second quarter with a 13-3 run. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
They're measuring up the shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Oklahoma City trailing. And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Conley and Edwards are the guard. Handle out there with McDaniels. And it's Gobert in at the center position.
Oh, how about the slam there from Gilgeous-Alexander? He loves getting that type of positioning down low.
Williams finds Dort. Hartenstein with a screen on Edwards. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Dort wide open. Connects from three-point range. Dort's got 5 minutes.
And when you have Dort on your side, this is what he brings on the offensive end. Great off the catch and fire.
Dort against Edwards. Three-pointer. The Thunder pull it in. They've led by as much as 10. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Holmgren the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. From deep. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 3. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Sinks the three-pointer. Edwards got his second basket.
Edwards loves those long-range bombs. He's a confident shooter.
Screen by Hartenstein. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked on, and sometimes I'll get the block. But I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much. Williams can't hit.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Randall with a screen for Edwards. Anthony Edwards is a classic two-guard. Clark, a spectacular player. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength and length and bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is not only his work ethic, but his poise. He's not a guy that plays frantically. He plays with intentionality and purpose, and that's a tough thing to do when you've got his athletic ability and you're as young as he is.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. The lead is 2. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Edwards dishes to Gobert. Out to Edwards. Fires for 3. Edwards with confidence.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. Holmgren with a screen on McDaniel. There's Williams, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Julius Randle picks one up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
The Timberwolves trail. Here's Edwards, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
Oklahoma City has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Traps in the tray.
On a dime. Shea got right where he wanted for that shot.
Here's Edwards, bursting off the floor. Edwards hammers it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Hartenstein with the screen on Randle. Holmgren the pass to Hartenstein. The Thunder have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
Second team foul.
No good on the free throw.
For your Oklahoma City, Isaiah Hartenstein. 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. Timberwolves trail by 4. Conley kicks to Randle. Edwards dishes to Conley. From downtown, that's good from Edwards on the assist from Conley. Edwards got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
Holmgren in the corner. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Back to Holmgren. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Randle outside. For the lead. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. 5 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Timberwolves lead by 2. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Randle with the ball. Williams picks him up. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gobert the pass to Edwards. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Hartenstein's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And here's Edwards from the arc. Good on the triple. Edwards got the lead up to 5 now for the Timberwolves. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And another place they're finding success is in transition. They've been working hard to get ahead of the defense and find those easy ones.
And now a fast break for the Thunder. Had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't sink the three. The open shot, Edwards. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holmgren's got 7 rebounds in the game. Lets it go with the three. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. Thunder with the rebound.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get it to the perfect spot.
Hartenstein with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Gobert with the block.
Love the way Gobert goes after shots. He blocks quite a few and alters many more.
Pass to Randall. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Gobert with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. For three, Edwards. Randall outside. Left side, Edwards. Holmgren with it. Now defended by Randall. The drop by Holmgren. Count it. Good.
Oh, the long strides of Holmgren on display. This is why you can't give him the lane.
Edwards against Dort. Edwards gets to Randall. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points to take the lead. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Randall finds Edwards. Pass in, coming off an assist from Randall. Edwards got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Timberwolves. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he finishes nicely on the way. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 21.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter where he can be effective down low.
Save McDaniels, what a moment. Huge bucket there.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. A three-pointer is right on target. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 17 points here in the second half. Pass to McDaniels. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter of this one. That one good for 2.
Basically just ignored that contact inside. Really tough finish by McDaniels.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Minnesota leading by 3. Oh, here's Edwards. Randall, a screen on George. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Oklahoma City's got some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Williams gets the bucket.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Conley with the screen on George. For 3, Edwards. No good that time. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Yes!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Personal foul. First team foul.
There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Edwards looking it over. Edwards slashing in. Good! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Seems like Edwards never stops competing and believing right until the final buzzer.
Hartenstein with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander.
And what a shot from Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy isn't afraid of the moment. Wow.
Edwards finds Conley. He's off from 3. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak, be back in the beer still. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers.
last few. Welcome to 2K Sports. Battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
The starters for Utah. George and Sexton in the backcourt. Lauri Markkanen out there with Walker Kessler. And it's Hendricks in at the small forward position. Now here's Markkanen. And foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Dort against Sexton. Just 5 to shoot. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
This is how you begin a game. Set the tone right from the jump.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way. He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
No good on the triple.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
From undrafted to a key rotational player, Lou Dort's story is definitely inspirational, Brent.
This guy has worked so hard to make himself into an NBA player. But I will tell you this, B.A., he's never not believed that he wasn't one. And Luguentz Dort continues to make improvements, and the guys on the team love the way he approaches it.
Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Puts up a 3. Sexton misses. The Thunder have gone 1 for 3 so far. Holmgren's got room. Cans it with nobody near him.
And in transition, Holmgren has speed, but he also plays under control.
Markkanen for 3. Counted from distance.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
And it's Holmgren missing. The Jazz have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Here's Hendricks. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
Holmgren with a screen on Sexton. Pass to Holmgren. 3-pointer. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets. That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
Now here's Holmgren. Hartenstein with a screen on Markkanen. Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Gotta push him farther out than this.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Picked up by Sexton. Hartenstein passes to Williams. Hartenstein a screen. The 3 is up. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. For 3, Sexton.
There's just no quit as Dort works really hard to get out and distract shooters.
Fires from deep. Sexton, that's good. Sexton's got 8.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No made baskets yet. 6 to shoot. This one for 3. Offensive board. And there's the drive. Back to Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander against George. The 3. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Kessler passes to Markkanen. Kessler, a screen on Hartenstein. Markkanen against Hartenstein. And stolen by Holmgren. Pass to Williams. From behind the arc. Drills it from deep. Williams has gotten his second bucket.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Utah ahead. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Jazz?
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
We should also mention how hard they've been working on the offensive glass, just coming up with second-chance scoring opportunities. Those can be deflating.
They've got Williams. Alex Caruso is out there with Kenrich Williams. Then it's Cason Wallace, and it's Mitchell in at the point. That's the group for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. Now here's Caruso. Williams with the screen, down low. The rebound by Filipowski. Utah leading. Clarkson outside. No good on the 3.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Wallace, right side. Williams passes to Caruso. Williams, a screen on Clarkson. Back to Williams. Shoots from the right block. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Pass to Clarkson. And stolen by Williams. And they're pushing it up. Takes a 3. No good on the shot. Utah's gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Here's Sensabaugh. They set a pick, and there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Got to hold firm, or you're going to get a call.
And Wallace, here we go. Williams with the screen. Oh, he picked him clean. Pass to Filipowski. Lets it go from deep. Utah gets it back. Here's Sensabaugh. Here's Potter. Let's go with a 3. Williams grabs the board. Caruso outside. Williams on the wing. And a nice finish on the layup. Williams has got his first bucket in this one. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Williams with the screen. And Mitchell with the slam.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And last season, Brent, many believe that SGA was deserving of the MVP award.
Well, he made such a strong case, B.A. I mean, finishing in the top 3, that is remarkable. He led that young Thunder team, again, to the #1 seed in the Western Conference and averaged 36-5. He also led the league in 2 steals per game. What a season.
A nice shot by Filipowski.
He was wide open, but just to make sure, he put a little fade on that jumper.
Outside for Mitchell. Williams with the screen. Shot on the wing. Again, Oklahoma City.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Here's Potter. Williams defending. Beyond the arc. Another three for Utah. Neither side willing to relent.
That's led to 8 lead changes and a bunch of drama already.
Outside Mitchell. Over to the wing. Williams with the screen. Just 4 to shoot. Caruso finds Mitchell. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. For Utah, they've gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Pass to Potter. Out to the right wing. Here's the 3. Can't get it to go. 2 for 4 thus far. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They trail by 1. Intercepted. Here's Potter. Williams defending. There's the 3. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Utah ahead. They lead by 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about this shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Wow, Colin Sexton displaying all his skills today.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Kicking off the second half. Here's Will Hardy's 5. George and Sexton in the backcourt. Walker Kessler out there with Lauri Markkanen. And it's Hendricks in at the 3, the small forward. Outside, Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander against Markkanen. Second chance shot. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Right wing. And stolen by Williams. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. George against Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. 3-pointer. Rebounded by the Jazz. Well, it's rare to see a young player as efficient as Jalen Williams, Brent.
BA, it's been remarkable, especially when you factor in that this guy is relied on for a lot of shooting. I mean, his shooting volume is very high. This is a blossoming star for this team, and I'm not sure we can put a ceiling on what that potential is.
And it's Holmgren missing. Utah leading by 4. Markkanen up top. He's covered by Holmgren. George against Gilgeous-Alexander. Markkanen with a screen on Williams. 5 on the clock. Sexton looking around. Off target from 3-point range. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten off to a rough start. Now 0 for 5 in the second.
The turnover leading to the turnout. That's a fast break, and Dort finishes it off.
Now here's George. Yet to see a basket. Markkanen outside. Kessler a screen on Holmgren. Markkanen, the pass to George. Back to Markkanen. Outside for Sexton. Jacks up a 3. And he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
Well, Sexton feeling it right now, being assertive and getting to the spots on the floor that he wants to operate.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Dort. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
The 3 from Sexton. doesn't go. That's his 5th miss out of 10 tries. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. For the tie. Offensive rebound.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Utah grabs the miss. 1:49 left in the third. Here's Hendricks. No good on the triple. Thunder trail by 3. 3 on 3. Here's Holmgren. There's Holmgren on the slam.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Now here's Dort. He's got 7. 1:14 left in the third quarter. The 3 from Sexton. Pass to Hendricks. Outside Sexton. From the arc. Fires in the triple. Sexton's got 9 points here in the second half.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Pulls up for 3. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Hartenstein a screen. From downtown, Utah grabs the miss. Kessler's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Gilgeous-Alexander against Markkanen. Here's Hendricks. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Jazz, up 7. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Pass to Holmgren. Takes the 3. The rebound by Filipowski. Filipowski's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Sensabaugh. Fires for 3. Knocks down the triple. And the Jazz lead by 10.
And we think of Clarkson often as a scorer, but there, making the unselfish pass, just great work.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Screen by Holmgren. For 3. Gilgeous-Alexander drills a 3.
Love the focus here from SGA at the arc. He hates to waste those opportunities.
Here's the pick. Here's Juzang. Another 3 for Utah.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Holmgren with a screen on Clarkson. Holmgren finds Williams. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Clarkson for 3. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. They get it back. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. From deep three-point land. Oh, the confidence from SGA on that 3.
SGA from way out there, knocking down the 3.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul of the game.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it fly. That one's good. Nothing but net. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 here in this quarter. Jazz leading by 9. 4-3. Juzang, no good. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Gilgeous-Alexander, no good. Utah's gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. Here's Juzang. Williams defending. Back to Clarkson. Fires the 3. Rejected by Holmgren.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
Such a wide open look. And the Jazz lead by 9.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
The 3 from Holmgren. That one's off. He's 4 for 9.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Knocks down the long J.
Now, you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times. Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Thunder trail by 12. 1:14 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. That doesn't go either for Holmgren.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Jazz.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Colin Sexton.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Fires away from way outside. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Launches it from deep. They get it again. And stolen by Williams.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one? Say it with me now. SGA. Get it done.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Fires the 3. Juzang, no good. Dort outside. The 3 is up. And they recover it. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Screen by Holmgren. From outside the arc. No good there. So we see the Jazz get the win here. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
The NBA, the visiting team is always under some added pressure. But they made it work and got the win. Whatever the...
seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
The starters for the Utah Jazz, the guard pair. It's George and Sexton. Markkanen is out there with Walker Kessler. And it's Hendricks in at the 3, the small forward.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Edwards, no good. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Jazz. Outside, George. Pass to Markkanen, 6 to shoot. Launches it from deep. The long distance 3 is buried.
A big boost to their chemistry when Markkanen is operating the pick and roll that well. Teams need their bigs to master that set. Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Hendricks. Pass to George. Beyond the arc. They get it back. Outside for Sexton. 3-pointer, Markkanen. No good that time. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Conley with the 3. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. On defense, Utah. No one covering.
Well, I'd say any play with Edwards on the finishing end has a good chance of succeeding.
And despite his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities growing day by day.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
Now Randall, after Anthony Edwards missed from long range.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Pass to Kessler. His 3-pointers off the mark. Timberwolves have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
And good luck keeping Gobert off the boards. He has a tremendous nose for the ball.
The open look here for Sexton. No good on the triple.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Markkanen pulls it in. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Jazz. They trail by 1. Kessler's screen on Randall. Markkanen from outside. An absolute bomb from 3-point range.
And the shooting mechanics that Markkanen has are just phenomenal. His form, the release point, everything, it looks good every time it leaves his hands.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And here's Edwards from the arc. Buries it from 3-point range. Edwards got 5 now.
Well, you have to be careful with Edwards on the arc because he is completely fearless.
The Timberwolves shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Back to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. McDaniels finds Randall. McDaniels with the ball. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
Here's Hendricks. That 3 off the mark. Minnesota in the lead. Lets it go from deep. And another 3 for Minnesota.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randall with the right choice there, finding the open man.
Outside, George. 36 seconds left in the first quarter. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
32 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Hendricks, good.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Edwards looking it over. And it's Utah with the rebound. Now here's Sexton. He has yet to score. Lets the three fly. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. And it's good off the bat. Bring that in.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
1 quarter in the books. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And guys, another thing I love is their pursuit of the ball. I mean, creating second chance opportunities just with effort.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. The guard pair, it's George and Sexton. Walker Kessler is out there with Markkanen. And it's Hendricks in at the 3. Now here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Miller. Back to DiVincenzo. 5 on the clock. Hendricks pulls it in.
When you challenge a player on a layup, that's what you want. Getting a stop without a foul. The defense wins that battle.
Timberwolves leading by 3. Last year, coach, as you know, the Timberwolves making it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that equaled their deepest run in team history, dropping that series to the Mavs. Minnesota has never been to the finals, one of 5 franchises who've yet to get there.
Here's Juzang. There's the 3. Hits it from three-point range. And that makes it a tie ball game.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And the wide open shot from Reed. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Pass to Filipowski. Let's go. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
For Minnesota, they've gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. This one for 3. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Nobody near Williams. Traps in the tray. And now a 5-point Utah lead. Here's Reed. Kept alive, Minnesota. And they get it. Offensive rebound. Ingles against Williams. Stolen by Clarkson. In transition, here come the Jazz. The kick out to Williams. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Reed. And Reed throws it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Here's DiVincenzo. Following the three-pointer by Utah. Ingles passes to Alexander Walker. Shoots over Clarkson. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Jazz leading by 6. Williams for 3. Miller grabs the miss. Miller's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Ingles passes to Alexander Walker. It's good. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years is to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate. Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Juzang can't hit.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Ingles finds DiVincenzo from outside the arc. The rebound by the Jazz. Hendricks has got 4 rebounds in this game. The shot by Filipowski, no good.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Pass to Ingles. Reed with a screen on Clarkson. Here's Alexander Walker. And the layup's good off the glass. Alexander Walker's got 4 this quarter.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Williams for 3. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Jazz lead by 2. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center.
Teams are returning to the court. And get ready for the big half-court shots. Drum roll. They're taking them off the shots.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Julius Randle is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point. So that's the Timberwolves 5. You know, Coach, what more can you ask? The reigning 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Well, Kevin, since you asked, his impact in the playoffs hasn't always been the same as during the regular season. That's got to be the next step.
Timberwolves trail to the inside. Here's Randle. Edwards dishes to Gobert. Now here's McDaniel. Guarded close to him. That ties it up. Conley's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Timberwolves.
And the mechanics of Conley's shot are rock solid, allowing him to take a shot with no hesitation.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. Conley kicks to Edwards. Randle a screen on Sexton. Edwards with confidence.
I love how competitive Edwards is. He relishes getting revenge like this.
Kessler setting the pick for Markkanen. Outside for Sexton. And Utah another 3.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Conley for 3. Hendricks pulls it in. Hendricks has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Kessler. On the wing, Markkanen. He's defended by Randle. Markkanen can't get it to go. Timberwolves trail by 4. And an unfortunate trend for the Utah Jazz stand the past couple seasons, losing the battle of possessions.
Yeah, Kevin, and that's hard to overcome. When you turn the ball over at a high rate, and then at the other end, you don't force any turnovers, you're losing that possession game all the time. Now, fortunately, they rebound the ball well, and that helps a little, but it doesn't totally solve the problem.
Now George, after Anthony Edwards missed from long range. Conley scanning the floor. Randall passes to Gobert. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
And the Jazz making a change here. Sensabaugh is checked in. Oh, here's Edwards. 10 points for him. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
And once again, off the mark by Utah. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Gobert. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
This is really in his zone, where his shot is within easy reach.
The Timberwolves shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a one-point game. For the three. Goes back up. And Gobert with the lay-in. Gobert's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
Here's Sensabaugh. McDaniels defended. All alone. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Stolen by Markkanen. Here's Sensabaugh. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Sensabaugh's got it all tied up now for Utah. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Conley against George. Randall with a screen for Edwards. And there's Randall on the assist from Edwards. Randall's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And I like that. Edwards comes off the pick, keeps his options open, and then just makes the right read.
Here's Sexton. Kicks it out to Markkanen. That will count. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball and the perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And Utah, looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. We've got Williams. Clarkson is out there with Filipowski. And it's Juzang in at the 1. Reed finds Miller. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Reed with a screen on Williams. Ingles can't get it to go.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Took him no time at all on that one. Potter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Ingles kicks to DiVincenzo. Down low, intercepted. And now Clarkson pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Oh, they get it back. Pass to Juzang. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Now here's Williams to take the lead. And good, as it just snugs right down through the nets. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
The Timberwolves again can't hit. And now Utah, fast break. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
From the Bengals. And it's Potter with the rebound. And it's the Jazz's ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Ingles against Williams. Pass to Potter. Off target from outside.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Ingles finds DiVincenzo. Reed the pass to Miller. Reed with a screen for Miller. Clock at 4. Takes it off the glass. Miller's got 4 this quarter.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to have.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Juzang, good. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Now here's Randall. Inside. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Kessler. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Juzang. Takes a 3. Julius Randle with the rebound. Randle's got his 4th rebound in this one. Conley's shot is off. And it's Utah's ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Hendricks hits the 3-point bomb. And now a 5-point Jazz lead.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Big shot player Sexton showing us he loves the spotlight. Seems energized performing here under the bright lights.
Now here's Conley. McDaniels kicks to Gobert. Stolen by Kessler. Here's Juzang, covered by Conley. Juzang can't hit.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Wow, these are the moments that Edwards lives for. He is dynamite in the clutch.
Fires away from way outside. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
Yeah, and when your opponent knows what you need, it makes it that much harder to find an opening.
Here's Edwards. No good. And so it's Utah who scraped by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin...
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the field. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
the risk of guys getting hurt throughout the season. So the teams know the value of having a very deep rotation, and they make the most of their bench, which is smart.
And the Oklahoma City starting five. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3 spot. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Conley. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Well, that's an opportunistic three-point shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He liked the look of it.
Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. For 3, Randall. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Holmgren with a screen on Edwards. Dort against Edwards. Floats one up. Hartenstein finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 on the clock. And Gobert with a block.
Boy, whenever Gobert is out there, he will make you think about shooting near the rim. This guy's such a good shot blocker.
Holmgren against Edwards. Randall outside. That one goes. Count it. Randall's got 5 points.
Well, that's Randall working in his comfort zone. You can see how confident he is on his ability to score inside.
You know, part of what makes Julius Randle so effective is that spin move, Doris.
He does like to use that on the interior against taller players to get enough separation. But the number of finishing moves that guy has off the spin, it is really an effective tool.
And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Screen by Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. He's picked up by Conley. And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander shows you he's not afraid to draw contact now. Gets to the free throw line.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force. Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
11 feet out. And that one hits the back iron. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Holmgren with the block.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
Randall, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Conley passes to Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Pass to Holmgren. Williams with it. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Shot clock at 5. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, the length of SGA. Get off your feet, young fella.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Gobert with a screen on Williams. McDaniels, soft touch off the glass.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's his 4th bucket of the game in 7 attempts.
Well, let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
McDaniels passes to Randall. From deep, Conley took it, and it's Randall with the assist.
But the D giving him a little bit of space beyond the three-point line, and that's all the room he needs.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
Well, that's SGA in a nutshell right there. Quickness, length, guile, finishing on the interior.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Minnesota shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. So he gets them both. And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the paint. Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
That's Julius Randle in pick-and-roll action, being decisive and having the skill set necessary to score it.
Up top, Hartenstein. Holmgren with a screen on McDaniels. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer!
Makes his selection just...
What a performance for Julius Randle. He has been the story for Minnesota, hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. We'll be right back with you shortly. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. Isaiah Joe is out there with Cason Wallace. Then it's Williams, and it's Caruso in at the small forward position. And so many screens today ride that line of moving or not. Doris, you think players get away with too much movement on picks?
I think, Brian, it definitely feels like there's a lot more gray area. You have these things now called drag screens. A lot of screens today feel like maybe 30 years ago they would have been a foul. So, hey, I always say, B.A., officiating in this league with the speed and the skill is really, really difficult.
They get it back. The kick out to Ingles. Who poked away. Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Four on the clock. Here's DiVincenzo. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Now here's Wallace, covered by Alexander Walker. Pass to Joe. Launches it. A rebound by Ingles.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. Just missed it.
Reed for 3. And the three-pointer goes.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Thunder trail by 8. Outside Joe. Williams a screen on DiVincenzo. Right side Joe. Pass to Caruso. 5 to shoot. Shot to stop the run. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Now here's Alexander Walker. Not a lot of room. Ingles finds Miller. Ingles, a screen on Williams. Alexander Walker with it. Caruso covers. For 3, DiVincenzo. Williams grabs the board. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. They trail by 6. Ingles against Williams. Caruso outside. Pass to Wallace. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Here's Joe. Offline with a 3. The Timberwolves lead by 6. Doris, not only is the Thunder roster full of young talent, they also have a ridiculous amount of draft capital.
B.A., you've got to give a ton of credit to the front office. They've got multiple options going forward. Continue to draft and develop their talent, or perhaps use those picks to trade for a superstar you believe fits.
Inside, stolen by Miller. Here's Reed. And he drops it in from the low post. And now it's a 10-point Minnesota lead.
That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Thunder trail by 8. Caruso, pass to Wallace. Outside Joe. Williams on the wing. Back to Joe. Caruso outside. Pulls up on the wing. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. 50 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Here's Miller. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Cason Wallace.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Minnesota shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
There's 31 seconds left in the second period. Off with the layup. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 13-4 run. Count it.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Here's Caruso. Williams with the screen. Caruso finds Williams. And a missed layup. Gets it off. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves going into the break up 12. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. Back to the game after this break. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
Well, one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And, boy, this young guy has done just that.
Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. McDaniels out there with Julius Randle. And it's Gobert in at the center position. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. And the shot's good. Edwards got 5.
Well, Anthony Edwards with that frame on the interior. Such a tough check.
Doris, you look at the tools McDaniels has on defense. He can be special.
He can. There's incredible length, the reach, the strength. McDaniels very much able to be a shutdown defender against the best offensive players in the game.
Outside Conley. And it's off from three-point range. Thunder trail by 14. Holmgren with a screen on Conley. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. From deep. SGA showing off the athleticism there.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Doesn't have to break his momentum at all to catch the pass.
Oklahoma City has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander sends it home from three-point land. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 19 points. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018. has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Pass to Gobert, and stolen by Holmgren. It's Dort on the wing. No points so far. Sinks it from distance.
Well, for Lou Dort, it's all about building confidence from three-point territory. This is a growing part of his skill set.
Edwards with it. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And what a phenomenal replay of that impressive rejection.
Yeah, I love that they maintain the defensive energy even when they're behind.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Conley. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Gilgeous-Alexander against Randall. Holmgren, the pass to Hartenstein. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Great touch from deep, Gilgeous-Alexander.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Gobert goes up and lays it in nice and easy. And the Timberwolves lead by 7. Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. The offensive rebound. There's the triple. Ooh, another miss by Gilgeous-Alexander. The Timberwolves lead by 7. And so the ball out of bounds. Gilgeous-Alexander tucks it last.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
We've got 1:13 left in the third. To the middle. And stolen by Holmgren. Williams from long range. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Randall, a screen on Williams. McDaniels passes to Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Well, if the basket is within reach, Julius Randle understands how to finish.
Gilgeous-Alexander attacking.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Gobert finds Randall. Gobert with a screen on Holmgren. Edwards for 3. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Holmgren. Holmgren attacking with ferocity.
And putting some power behind his drive. Holmgren managing to get there for an easy slam.
And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul of the game.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Edwards. Holmgren with the block. The third quarter comes to a close. It's Minnesota. They're up by 5. After a quick break, and while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Taking a look at the Thunder. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3 slot. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target from outside.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
Look at Gilgeous-Alexander sprinting to the cup.
Well, that's just anticipation from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, making things happen defensively and turning it into offense.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
And so Conley will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've led by as many as 14. McDaniels can't hit.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
The Timberwolves have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Edwards a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Conley passes to Randall. Ooh, once again off the mark by Minnesota to take the lead. Minnesota with a rebound. Randall's got his 4th rebound in this one. McDaniels with it, now guarded by Holmgren. Back to Daniels, pass to Edwards. Randall a screen on Dort. 6 on the shot clock. Here's McDaniels. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
It's Hartenstein, high post. Dort, the pass to Williams. Oh, wow! Incredible! Ooh, finishes with style. A double clutch jam.
And we see the speed and power. And Williams shows off on that one.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
The other thing for this team today, they have a bunch of second chance points. They're turning misses into makes. An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Hartenstein with a screen on Conley. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pure from 3-point range.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Edwards with it, now guarded by Holmgren. They get it again. Randall, the pass to Gobert. Outside McDaniels, pass to Edwards. It's McDaniels on the wing. He's covered by Holmgren. And there's McDaniels. That one's good on the assist by Edwards.
Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
In transition. Randall inside. Dort defending. Randall can't hit. Thunder trail by 4. Holmgren with a screen on Edwards. SGA on the move. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
The pressure that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can put on a defense with his ability to drive, that quickness just a problem for defenders.
Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
In tense situations at the line, they can count on him to keep his cool.
Here's Edwards. It's good. Edwards, what strength.
Anthony Edwards relishes big-time moments, and he delivers right there.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Drops in the layup for 2. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 34.
SGA, that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to you. Big-time clutch delivery.
McDaniels against Williams. And it's McDaniels off the drive. And the shot goes down.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Edwards, pass to Conley. Gobert with it. He's guarded by Hartenstein. Here's Randall. The kick out to Conley. Back to Randall. Outside Edwards. The 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
The shot by Dort, no good.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Williams against McDaniels. Pass to Conley. The 3 ball. And they get it back. Now here's McDaniels. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And it's Thunder's ball. 4-point game. Holmgren with a screen on Conley. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Conley. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. And the miss. And so it's Minnesota who scrapes by with a win. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept...
Kevin, you're pointing out the guard play, so this is when they have a chance to go one-on-one. Which of these tandems can stand out against the other? Tons of pick and roll, tons of creativity, and we'll see which of these guys can pair off tonight to win this contest.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward position. And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. Here's Sexton. That's tipped outside. George. Pass to Hendricks. Five to shoot. Off target from three-point range. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Now, Will Hardy talked to me a little while ago. He immediately mentioned that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, is at the top of their scouting report. He told me the key to stopping SGA is defending without fouling. Easier said than done, but try to keep him off the free throw line. And try, emphasis on try, to make Shai a jump shooter. A very tall task. Guys?
Thanks, David. Now, Dort. After Lowry Markkanen misses from long range.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Kessler setting the pick for Markkanen. And the three ball is good.
And right now, Markkanen just daring the defense to come all the way out there to him.
Gilgeous-Alexander against George. Pass to Holmgren. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good from long range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 now.
Revenge. Alexander coming right back for 3 of his own.
Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And the Thunder, another 3.
The D better step up their game as Shai is effective at the pull-up.
Tries the spin move. George passes to Markkanen. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. He has 6.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Sexton for 3. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. The Thunder have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Got that one up quick.
SGA doesn't rely on the 3 to get his points, but man, when it's falling, watch out.
Here's Hendricks. He's guarded by Williams. Kessler a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hendricks. That ball's nice speed that time from George.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. 1:10 left to play in the first quarter. To the right side. A 3 ball. Kessler with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Markkanen passes to Kessler. The open look here for Sexton. And the Jazz, another 3.
Well, Sexton feeling it right now, being assertive and getting to the spots on the floor that he wants to operate.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. For Utah, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Hendricks can't get it to go. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. The Thunder with another miss. Utah leading, just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Markkanen. No good from outside. Now here's Holmgren. Still yet to score. Bangs home the trifecta.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Markkanen from outside. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Thunder, guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Alex Caruso out there with Williams. Then it's Mitchell, then there's Wallace, and it's Williams at the 5, roaming the paint.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Mitchell outside. And it's Potter with the rebound. Utah is shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Williams for 3. Good on the three-point shot. Williams has got the lead up to 3 now for the Jazz.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Pass to Caruso. Back to Williams. Now Caruso takes the 3. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Here's Juzang, and that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Williams, a screen on Caruso. Here's Juzang. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Caruso finds Wallace. On the wing, Williams. Back to Wallace. Williams has a screen for Wallace. And Wallace slams it in.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
There's a screen. Pass to Juzang. Williams for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Williams has got 6. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. A wide open look here for Caruso. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the D-cell the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Nice ball movement by Utah. Juzang can't hit. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Here's Caruso. Connects from three-point range. Caruso's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Thunder. Here's Potter. He's guarded by Williams. Pass to Collier. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
Out to Wallace. Outside Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Caruso sets the screen for Williams. Oklahoma City needs to go off a shot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Utah's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Clarkson looking for an opening. A three-pointer, no good.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide-open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. 54 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Launches a three, drills it from outside. Now it's a 4-point Utah lead.
Well, decision-making is a big part of Jordan Clarkson and how he can impact the game. That time made a very nice read.
Now here's Mitchell. T right on him. An easy 2 points on the layup. Utah's gone 4-7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. Clarkson for three. And the Jazz another three.
With just about every shot in his bag, Clarkson is an elite-level scorer.
Williams can't hit. Utah leading by 5. Here's Potter. Hasn't made one yet. And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. Jordan Clarkson getting it done for the Utah Jazz. We witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. Back right after this. We've got second-half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander really making a difference here.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
The guard pair, it's George and Sexton. Walker Kessler is out there with Markkanen. And it's Hendricks in at the 3, the small forward. And that's the group for Will Hardy as they begin the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. The baseline J. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. The 3. Pass to Holmgren. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires the 3. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Jazz leading by 5.
And what I love about Markkanen, he takes care of the basketball. And that's a result of being patient, playing smart, and just generally getting his points within the flow of the offense.
The 3 from George. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Dort. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Left side Williams. Tries again. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Good call, ball.
Utah has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. And Coach Mark Daigneault said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow. Thank you for the report. Gilgeous-Alexander against George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Brett, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way.
Here's Hendricks. And the Jazz, another 3.
And he found a perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
On the wing, Williams. Still without a basket. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by the Jazz. George dishes to Markkanen. And they double up Markkanen. Here's Hendricks. Fires from deep. And Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got his 5th rebound in this one. The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's making plays all over the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander will not be stopped.
Jacks up a 3. Rebound by Williams. Thunder trailing by 7. It's Dort on the wing. Defended by Sexton. Holmgren the screen. Back to Dort for 3. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein with the screen on Markkanen. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, at 6'6", SGA absolutely has the size to get up there and throw it down.
Hendricks passes to Sexton. Markkanen sets the pick for Sexton. Launches it. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Williams, and it's Williams throwing it down.
Well, a solid facilitator that helps that the defense thinks that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to shoot and not pass.
George passes to Hendricks. Kessler a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Markkanen kicks to George. Back to Markkanen. And Sexton has it in the corner. There's the triple. Sinks the three-pointer. Sexton's got 6.
Well, Sexton's confidence growing now, knocking it down from the three-point line. That's big.
Holmgren sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Hendricks pulls it in. Utah leading by 6. And there's the call on Chet Holmgren. That's his first foul. So Utah ends up going with the new group.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Dort. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Counted.
And Dort's defense igniting the break that time. Good anticipation as to where the ball was going.
Offensive rebound. Here's Juzang. Puts up a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. And the Jazz lead by 7.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine.
Amazing.
Unreal.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an incredible shot there. Just let it fly.
And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Jazz lead by 4. From the Delta Center, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So the Thunder 5 right now. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at small forward. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holmgren's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Hartenstein finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
Gilgeous-Alexander, fantastic concentration.
Williams passes to Potter. Beyond the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Potter's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Hartenstein with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. And it's Potter with the rebound. Potter's got 4 rebounds in this game. They set the pick. Clarkson for three. Here's Potter. He's defended by Hartenstein. To the middle. Dort against Clarkson. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Yeah, I have no idea why he went with the fadeaway there. The defense was nowhere near him, and he should have just kept it simple.
Jazz leading by 8. Pass to Potter. Fires away from outside. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Good on the triple. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points in the quarter. Takes a 3. Juzang, good. And the Jazz lead by 8.
Really the best result they could have hoped for on that possession. They get back all 3 points they just gave up and are close to putting this thing out of reach.
Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Holmgren wide open. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Jazz have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. And he's good on the 3-ball. And it's an 11-point Utah lead.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Utah leading by 11. Outside Williams. Clarkson with the screen for Williams. And there's another one for the Jazz.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
And it's the Jazz's ball. They're on a 14-5 run.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Utah.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And the foul called on Jalen Williams.
First team foul.
That is his first foul of the game. Here's Juzang. He's guarded by Williams. Jacks up a 3. Thunder with the rebound. It's Dort on the wing. Hartenstein passes to Holmgren. Williams gets to Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the 3. Sinks the triple.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Williams against Holmgren. Fires from way outside. No good there. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for
welcome sports fans. And Clark, for these two teams, a lot of their action runs through the front court.
You're exactly right, B.A., and I think that's where the game's going to ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of these bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively, too.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point. Now here's Edwards. Randle, a screen on Sexton. Pass to McDaniels. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And he might not blow you away with numbers, but there's a reason why McDaniels is on the floor so often.
Hey, B.A., I love his versatility at both ends of the floor. He knows exactly what's needed from him by his team. He gives it to him. He doesn't need a lot of touches. He just plays the game. Love his motor. Love his consistency. He is the epitome of a value-utility guy.
Now here's McDaniels. Edwards, the pass to Conley. Now here's Randle. Releases. Edwards can't hit.
With that much room around him, it's hard to imagine he could have gotten a better shot.
Drops in the 3.
I mean, Sexton can shoot from anywhere. Strong from beyond the arc.
Conley passes to Edwards. And the 3 off target. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Marketed for 3. Randle pulls down the board. McDaniels got room. And here's Edwards outside. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Nice smooth three-point shot by Edwards there. Boy, he's got confidence from behind the arc.
Marketed misses. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Edwards finds McDaniels. Randle outside. Pass to Conley. 4 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. 3-pointer off the mark. Utah's gone 2 of 5 from deep. Here's Hendricks. The 3 is up. Edwards pulls it in. And here comes the break. McDaniels from long range. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Here's Hendricks. Takes the 3. Back to Sexton. A deep 3. From beyond the arc and then some. Sexton's got 6.
You have to admire Sexton's confidence. Fantastic initiative and understanding when to shoot off the catch.
And here's Edwards outside. The shot misses. Utah leading by 5. Puts up a deep 3. Good work defensively by Randle.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, Lauri Markkanen's shooting stroke at 7 feet tall had former Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle comparing him to dirt. Lauri said it feels good to hear that because he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but there's still a long way to go, and it gives me more motivation to keep getting better. He's not getting a big head, Brian.
No, he's not, and that's the way you have to approach it to be great. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Edwards. He's got 6. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Kessler, a screen on Conley. For 3, Sexton. Another 3 for Utah.
Now he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up 3s the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
This is the energy Randle provides. When he's charging inside, he wants to hammer it down.
Out of bounds, the Timberwolves will take it.
Timberwolves ball.
Timberwolves trail by 6. McDaniels finds Edwards. Back to Daniels. Inside. That's tipped. Pass to Conley. Let's go with a 3. Offensive rebound. It's Edwards on the wing. Back to Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Second chance effort. Gobert, no good. Jazz leading by 6. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. George, right side. All sorts of time. Jump shot is good. George has got 5 points.
And Markkanen, the big fella, has nice court vision, solid at finding open teammates.
Edwards, no good. Sexton looking around. Good if it goes. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's the Utah Jazz. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
Williams is out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Filipowski, and it's Sensabaugh in at the 3. That's the group for Utah, getting going in the second. Clark with Minnesota being a major player in the West now. Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base. And, yeah, they're excited, and for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
Nails it from 3.
What a nice feel, a good feel for the pick and roll. Clarkson sees his opportunity and capitalizes.
Ingles, no good. Jazz leading by 8. From deep three-point range. And it's Clarkson missing. The Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Miller, the pass to Reed. And here is Ingles. Outside Reed. Outside, Williams. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
Here's Ingles. And he makes it.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Utah's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Clarkson for 3. Minnesota with a rebound. Fast break, Minnesota. Outside Reed. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that
shot. Clarkson against DiVincenzo. And it's Clarkson missing.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
A deep 3. Utah gets it back. Stolen by Ingles. And it's Alexander Walker penetrating. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way. Juzang, he's checked in for Utah. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Now here's Clarkson. Here's Filipowski. Drains the triple.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Reed for 3. Offensive rebound. No good with a layup.
Whew, I think he wants that one back. I mean, he knows he's capable of better.
Filipowski for 3. Reed with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Jacks up a 3. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Here's Potter, guarded by Miller, from deep. Otter's shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 3. DiVincenzo, pass to Reed. Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Ingles. Puts it up. He can't get it to go.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Reed for 3. On target from range. Reed's got 9 points now in the quarter.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own.
Boom. Drills it from deep.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Left side, DiVincenzo. Outside, Ingles. Shot from the wing. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Ingles has got his second basket of the game.
There's the unselfishness you like to see in a guard. DiVincenzo keeping his eyes up and his options open.
There's 21 seconds left in the second. Clarkson with the ball. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from deep. Can't hit that one. Here's DiVincenzo, and he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, BA.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Utah ahead. They lead by a bucket. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Wow, Colin Sexton displaying all his skills today.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Conley and Ann are the 1 of the 2. Jaden McDaniels out there with Julius Randle. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. You know, Grant, looking at the career of Colin Sexton, he had a huge third season, averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, BA. And unfortunately, Colin hurt his knee early during his 4th year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback and just a dynamic scoring guard.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 6. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by George.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
Kessler against Edwards. Kessler, no good.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Randle, good.
And, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
Knocks it down from distance. Kessler's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Gotta D him up better than that. He's simply too good from beyond the arc.
Randle, the pass to McDaniels. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
You see McDaniel setting the pick and then finding a soft spot in the defense on his way to the basket. That's good work.
Kessler, the 3-pointer off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 3. It's Edwards on the wing. Randle, a screen on Sexton. Edwards can't hit.
Well, you know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Markkanen sets a screen. Outside Sexton. Anthony Edwards with a rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Knocks it loose, and stolen by Sexton. And now the Jazz on the run in transition. Kessler passes to Markkanen. Utah with another miss. Timberwolves trail by 3. Edwards for 3. That one's good, and it's Conley who picks up the assist. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Markkanen for 3. Rebound Minnesota.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 9. 6 to shoot. For the lead. Rebounded by the Jazz. Kessler's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Lets it go from the wing. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's McDaniels. And Minnesota again with a bucket.
It's always fun when you can get ahead of the play like McDaniels did there to finish off the break.
Markkanen with a screen on Edwards. Sexton passes to Markkanen. They need this. Utah, the rebound. From the arc. Markkanen sticks one from distance.
And the quick trigger of Markkanen is impressive. He got such a fluid release, too, especially on these catch-and-shoot jumpers.
George against Conley. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Edwards. The 3 is up. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Hendricks. McDaniels covering. It's blocked by Gobert.
This is what Gobert is known for, his ability to swat shots away with ease.
Kept alive. The kick out to Edwards. Randall outside. Another shot. The rebound by the Jazz. Kessler's got 8 rebounds in the game. Markkanen for 3. Can't get it to drop. He got it up. No good on the buzzer beater. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. 3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Utah leading. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Williams. Then it's Filipowski, and it's Sensabaugh in at the small forward position. That's the group for Utah right now. And that one's good. Clarkson.
And this is what you like. I mean, Clarkson using that tight handle of his to create space.
Here's McDaniels. It's stolen by Clarkson. Outside, Williams. He shoots a 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Timberwolves trail by 4. Edwards for 3. The rebound by Filipowski.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
On the wing, Clarkson fires the 3. He drops it from range. Clarkson's got 6 in the quarter.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Now here's Conley. Bullseye!
Mike Conley.
Jazz leading by 5. Outside, Williams. Hey, from beyond the arc. The rebound by the Timberwolves. And here's the fast break. And here's Edwards outside. Oh, the breakaway! Edwards gets it done on the run.
Exactly how you want to run the break. Great execution by Edwards.
From deep 3-point land. Randall pulls down the board.
Tried to come right back at him with the 3. Not that time.
The shot by Conley. No good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Sensabaugh. Utah with another miss. And it's Edwards with the ball for the T-Wolves. Trailing by 2. To take the lead. Utah grabs the miss. Potter's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Filipowski, defended by Gobert. Filipowski, the pass to Clarkson. Connects from downtown. And the Jazz lead by 5.
Rise and fire away. This is Clarkson's attitude as soon as he catches the rock.
Anthony Edwards rains one in.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Fires the 3. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
And that three-pointer is big. Cancels out the triple at the other end and helps stretch out their lead.
You can sense that the crowd, guys, is starting to feel as though this game just might be theirs.
Edwards for 3. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Clarkson attacking. There's a screen. Here's Potter. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Edwards against Williams. Edwards, the pass to Randall. Now here's McDaniels. Here's Randall. Now here's Edwards. McDaniels finds Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Williams. Edwards can't get that one to fall. For Utah, they've gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. Shots good by Sensabaugh.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
For 3, Randall. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Filipowski for 3. Here's Clarkson. They grab their own miss. Here's Potter. Here's the 3. And he recovers it.
They grab the long rebound, resetting the shot clock.
For 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
They get the rebound. Outside Edwards. Launches a 3. Minnesota again missing.
He's trying to force his way into a rhythm, but that's not helping the team.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Potter's shot is off. And here are the Timberwolves. It's a 5-point game. There's the triple. The rebound by the Jazz. From outside the arc, it's off. So we see Utah get the win here. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.